Hello, today we'll be talking about Mantyke, the only water-flying Pokemon and the last baby Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It's also the latest baby Pokemon to be a pre-evolution of a Pokemon introduced in a previous generation, and only water-type and flying-type baby Pokemon as of the filming of this. Its previous PYC dates are May 29th, 1997, March 19th, 2000, January 8th, 2003, October 29th, 2005, August 19th, 2008, June 10th, 2011, March 31st, 2014, January 19th, 2017, November 10th, 2019, and August 31st, 2022. I vividly remember being introduced to Mantyke and its unique evolution in the Pokémon Ultimate Handbook. For those of you who don't know, Mantyke evolves when leveled up with a Remoraid in the party, a clever reference to how it often appears with Mantyke's evolution, Mantine. Even in its official image, I think Mantyke is cute. I especially like the iconic smiley face on its back. I love how this references how the spots on Mantine's back resemble eyes. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Mantyke, the kite Pokemon, whose number is 0458. This is what it looks like. Its type is water flying, abilities swift swim, or water absorb. Water veil is its inability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 25 or 7.7%. Breeding is egg group, no eggs discovered. Hatch time is 25 cycles. Height is 3'3" or 1 meter. Weight is 143.3 pounds or 65 kilograms. Base experience yields 108 in Gen 4 and 69 5+. Leveling rate is slow. EV yield is 1 and special defense. Shape is that. It has no feet, so it has no footprint. Pokedex color is blue and base friendship is 70. Mantyke is a dual type water/flying baby Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It evolves into Mantine when leveled up with a Remoraid in the party. Biology: Mantyke is a Pokemon that resembles a manta ray. It has a round body with wide, flat fins. Its back is dark blue, while its underside is light blue. There are 2 red spots with white outlines and a light blue curved line on its back. These markings give the overall impression of a smiling face and vary slightly in each region. It has 2 long, curving antennae on top of its head and black eyes with eyelash-like markings underneath. Despite its appearance, Mantyke is an effective swimmer. Its antennae are used to sense ocean currents. Mantyke is a friendly Pokemon that can be found approaching boats and swimming near the ocean surface with schools of Remoraid. It often works together with Remoraid to repel attackers. Spending time with the Remoraid schools will eventually cause Mantyke to evolve into Mantine. Due to its friendly nature, Mantyke are very easy to tame. Mantyke are also super popular in beach activities involving swimming tours. The Mantyke that live in Galar appear to move slower due to the cold waters of the region. Evolution: Mantyke evolves into Mantine, so Mantyke, Mantine. Gain data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 4 and Diamond, a friendly Pokemon that captures the subtle flows of seawater using its 2 antennae. Pearl. Scientists discover that the distinctive patterns on its back differ by region. Platinum. People organize tours to see this Pokemon frolic and skim the tops of waves with Remoraid. Heart Gold, Soul Silver. When it swims close to the surface of the ocean, people aboard ships are able to observe the patterns on its back. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum's entry, Black 2 and White 2. The pattern on its back varies by region. It often swims in a school of Remoraid. In Gen 6, X is Black 2 and White 2's entry. Y is Heart Gold and Soul Silver's entry. Omega Ruby is Black 2, White 2, and X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Y's entry. In Gen 7, Ultra Sun is highly friendly and easily tamed. Tours that take people swimming with Mantyke are a super popular beach activity. Ultra Moon. Mantyke are friendly toward people and will approach boats closely. The patterns on their backs differ depending on their habitat. In Gen 8, Sword, Mantyke living in Galar seem to be somewhat sluggish. The colder waters of the seas in this region may be the cause. Shield. It swims along with a school of Remoraid, and they'll all fight together to repel attackers. Brilliant Diamond. A friendly Pokemon that senses the subtle flows of seawater using its 2 antennae. Shining Pearl is its Pearl counterpart. Legends Arceus. Though ball-like in shape, this Pokemon is a proficient swimmer. I have discovered that if a Mantyke spends much time with schools of Remoraid, it will eventually achieve evolution. Mantyke in the Alola Pokedex in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Game locations, side game locations. Held items in Legends Arceus, normal. Sky Tumblestone, 35% of the time. Ball of Mud, 15% of the time, and grid items by level. Alpha XP Candy S, 100% of the time. Seed of Mastery, 10% of the time, and grid items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 45, attack 20, defense 50, special attack 60, special defense 120, speed 50, for a total of 345. Pokeathlon stats, type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, flying, poison, ghost, grass, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to rock for double and electric for 4. Immune to ground, resistant to fighting, bug, steel, fire, and water all for half.
Notes: if gravity is in effect, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball or a Ring target, or it is affected by Smackdown or Ingrain. The effectiveness of Ground-type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. If this Pokemon has Water Absorb, the effectiveness of Water-type moves is 0, so it would be 0 instead of half. Learn Set by leveling up in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. 1. Tackle and Water Gun for Supersonic, 8 Wing Attack, 12 Water Pulse, 16 Wide Guard, 20 Agility, 24 Bubble Beam, 28 Headbutt, 32 Air Slash, 36 Aqua Ring, 40 Bounce, 44 Takedown, and 48 Hydro Bump. In Legends Arceus, at 1 it learns Tackle and masters it at 9. At 5, it learns Bubble and masters it at 14. At 9, it learns Aerial Ace and masters it at 18. At 15, it learns Water Pulse and masters it at 25. At 21, it learns Air Slash and masters it at 31. At 29, it learns Roost and masters it at 40. At 37, it learns Hydro Pump and masters it at 48. And at 47, it learns Double Edge and masters it at 59. By TM/TR, since we already read these in the Mantine video, we'll skip all this. Same with by breeding. Nothing by tutoring in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. In Legends Arceus, it can get Aerial Ace, Bulldoze, Ice Beam, Icy Wind, Rest, Rock Slide, Swift, and Water Pulse. By transfer from another generation, from 4 to 7, it can get Aerial Ace, 4 Air Cutter, 4 through 7 Bubble, that doesn't work anymore, 4 Captivate, that doesn't work anymore, 6 and 7 Confide, 4 through 7 Double Team, Frustration, Hidden Power, and Mud Sport. Frustration, Hidden Power, and Mud Sport don't work anymore. 4 Mud Slap and Natural Gift. Natural Gift doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7 Return. That doesn't work anymore. 4 and 6 Secret Power. That doesn't work anymore. And 4 through 7 Signal Beam, Swagger, Toxic, and Water Sport. Signal Beam and Water Sport don't work anymore. Side game data, got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Olmia in the browser entry. It spits bubbles to attack. Guardian Signs. It attacks by spitting bubbles that make Pokemon load. Got all this. Evolution data, Mantyke level up with Remoraid and Party. Mantine, breed holding Wave Incense from 4 to 8. Sprites here, so you've got, color is very different. And you can see the eyes and the smile on the back, that's fun. The shiny here is these kind of blue, that's fun. The platinums, a different sprite pretty much entirely. Not really much changes design-wise, though. These probably get more, like, thinned out or whatever, more detailed. In Gen 5, you got full back sprites, and it is slightly different. That's fun. In Gen 6, you get the models. Can't really see the back, that's unfortunate. But you also get the modern colors as well. Pretty good adaptation. Although a little bit kind of weird. I guess it's more aligned with the back sprite, how it sort of just has it kind of pointed out. I don't know, it's weird. Also, it gets cut off for some reason on this one. That's interesting. In Gen 7, you get these models. Not really much changes. Looks like the back sprite, it's different. I don't know. Well, I guess it's just the angle that they took the picture. It's different. In Gen 8 and Sword and Shield, you get the much better models. In Legends Arceus, you get these models. Homes, you get these models. In animation, Mantyke in Pokemon Journeys the series. Go's Mantyke is the big one. Got all this. Guess there's Twilight Wings and Poketoon. You got all that. Okay. In the manga, Mantyke in Pokemon Adventures. You got all this in the TCG. Trivia, Mantyke is the only Pokemon that requires a specific Pokemon, Remoraid, to be in the party in order to evolve it. This is based on the aspect of mutualism, a form of symbiosis in which two organisms depend on each other for survival. Despite the Pokedex entries in Pokemon Pearl, Black 2, White 2, X, Omega Ruby, Ultra Moon, and Shining Pearl, stating that Mantyke has patterns that vary by region, it has had the same pattern in every game it has been in. Mantyke is tied with Leddyba for the lowest base attack stat of all Flying-type Pokemon. Origin, Mantyke is based on a baby manta ray. The pattern on its back looks like a smiley face. Name origin, Mantyke may be a combination of Manta and Tyke, colloquial term for a small child. Tamanta may be a combination of Tama, Bell, and Manta. In other languages, related articles, external links to the baby Pokemon. Let's move on.
Now let's watch Mantyke's first scene in the anime, except we can't. It's one of the Pokemon that first appears in Pikachu's Ocean Adventure. So instead, let's watch Mantyke's first scene in its second appearance in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we're watching Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea. In this film, there's this mysterious orb that's been floating around in the water here. Yes. Mantyke. And that is Mantyke's first scene in his second appearance in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's see why other people love Mantyke. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody's sent fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Mantyke. This is Water-type Pokemon by Hugo Belisario 6191. So we got this nice image of a bunch of Water-type Pokemon here. We got the Mantyke with a Mantine and a Remoraid. Got a few, looks like Remoraid in the background. Manaphy, Vaporeon, Wailord, looks like there's a few of them. Love Disc. Looks like that one might be a Lumineon. Pukumuku and Finizen here. Very well done. It looks to be from June 29th, 2024. And we've got Meet Mandagger by Official Kenny Studios. So, Mandagger, height 9'2", weight 5,300 pounds. Type Water Dragon, category Giant Ray. I guess it's an evolution of Mantine here, so it's apparently supposed to literally be in Legends ZA. Mantyke, Remoraid, Mantine, Mandagger, I guess. It carries a dagger to eat its prey. After evolving from Mantine, it consumes Remoraid as its prey. It's said to be the heaviest Pokemon everybody knows to this day. Interesting. Description, very interesting character here. Then we've got Space Mode Thievery by I'm not entirely sure what's happened here. That's a Mantine with how to G-Max, I guess Gigantamax. Interesting. So singing, and then Space Mode FR, for real maybe? Smiling, and then we got an Orbeetle. Is there like two pieces of the Orbeetle? I don't know what's happening here. Very interesting. Then we've got with Files, Mantyke by Snow Bio, so this custom skin for the manta rays that appear in Minecraft. Very interesting. And we've got Mantyke's Ice Beam by Metai 123,456 Yifk. So this nice image of Mantyke kind of looks like it's probably just a screenshot from the anime. Very interesting. Using an attack. And we've got 458 Mantyke by Code Geass 1218. So this is a nice sort of simplified image of a Mantyke here. Very well done. Then we've got Mantykes by Tamburella. So this nice, fun image of a bunch of Mantyke with a Mantine here and a bunch of Remoraid. That's very fun. Then we've got Mantyke Lion Gained the Fish type by Eric GL 1996, so it's fish flying rather than water flying, and it becomes Mantine, fish flying type, yeah. And we've got Mantyke Stamp by Coco Starry, so this nice little Mantyke stamp here, yeah, very well done. Then we've got Interstellar Playdate by Atomic Wallflower, so this interesting image of a Mantyke being shaken up by Gigantamax Orbeetle here. I don't know if this is a reference to like the anime or the games or something, but that's interesting. Because like this is the second time this is being referenced. Very well done. And we've got Mantyke Drawing by Pocket Monster 110. So this nice whiteboard image of a Mantyke here. Very well done, Mantyke. And we've got Mantyke Pokemon Gen 4 by Vertel. This nice model of Mantyke here. Very well done. And we've got Mantyke by Aqua Blue. So this cute image of a Mantyke with a Finneon or Remoraid and a Corsola and the sort of reef, I guess, above the reef. Looks like there might even be some Finneon below. That's fun. Yeah, very cute image. And we've got Sketch Art Pokedex number 226 and 458 Mantyke Family by Sunny Ven 1. So this nice Mantine and Mantyke image here. And this interesting blue background. Very well done. Then we've got Mantyke by Sonic Mega Batman 274. So this nice hand drawing of a Mantyke here. Mantyke, very well done. Then we've got Mantyke Pixel Icon by Choco Starry. It's a nice little cute Mantyke pixel icon here. Then we've got P Realm Prickly by Dratameg. So this fusion between a Mantyke and a Maractus. It's got this interesting design. It looks almost like it could be either a Digimon or a Lilo and Stitch experiment. That's interesting. Then we've got 0458 Mantyke by Aaron Tiger Tier. This very realistic Mantyke here. Very interesting, a little bit creepy. Then we've got Mantyke by Kairu Z. So, this nice, cute little image of a Mantyke surfacing from the water. That's fun. Then we've got Sedna 24 by Muphius Mania. So, Sedna, BP36. Mantyke, it's water flying shiny, I guess is what it is. It's been altered, I guess. Nature sassy, ability swift swim, and has no footprint. Got this interesting alternate designed Mantyke here. Doesn't have the face like it normally does. I don't know. Oh, this is like the ball I guess it's in. So it seems to be from the Hisuian time. Interesting. Then we've got 458 through 226 Mantine line by In Progress Pokémon. So if you don't know what this is, what they do is they make the evolution as if it were like actually aging up rather than just spontaneous mutation. So got a Mantyke. Then we got it looking more like Mantine with the Remoraid, so looking at it, and then we've got the final Mantine image here. Very well done. Then we've got Mantyke by Burb Monster. So it's a nice image of a Mantyke here. Seems to be from 2023. Then we've got Pokemon ZA Celebration by Alvanitas. So this nice image of the, I guess, the starters from the Legend ZA, probably when they just announced the starters, so we've got Totodile, Tepig, and Torchic. Got the Mantine in the background, a Feebas, a Wooper, and a Wingull here. There's sort of, these three are, I guess, sort of flying the water with using it as a propeller. It's a little leaf. That's fun. This is PR, First Clutch Closed by Sky Blue Feather. So this interesting fan art here. We got the Ekans here, and then this fusion between a Mantyke and a Munna. Very weird looking. And that seems to be the end of the page of results, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 8 p.m. CDT Central Daylight Time, where I'll be trying to get Latios, Beldum, and Camerupt, Ketchkakuna, Pidgeotto, Onix, Seadra, Porygon, Bacon, Groudon, Rayquaza, Deoxys, Baneri, Omega Rubies, Clamperl, and 2 Slowpoke evolve Kakuna into Beedrill, Pidgeotto into Pidgeot, Onix into Steelix, Seadra into Kingdra, Porygon into Porygon 2, Swablu into Altaria, Snorunt into Glalie, Bagon all the way to Salamence, Beldum all the way to Metagross, Baneri into Lopunny, 1 Slowpoke into Slowbro, the other Slowpoke into Slowking, 1 Clamperl into Huntail, and the other Clamperl into Gorbis, and Mega Evolve Latios, Sceptile, Beedrill, Pidgeot Slowbro, Steelix, Sharpedo, Camerupt, Altaria, Glalie, Salamence, Metagross, Groudon, Rayquaza, and Lopunny. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Snover. As always, this isn't my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.